Hello there, this is lostfile, and I'm going to do a review on a Linux distribution called Manjaro. This is based off of Arch, and is also infamously known, or actually I should say famously known, to be Spatry's favorite little Linux distribution. This is pretty much Arch for newbies. Arch is quite hard to install and quite hard to configure, and Manjaro is simply a easier version to use. And I think there's a KDE flavor of this operating system. I'm not sure, but I am using the FCE or whatever it's called distribution of this operating system. I was going to use the Spatry's Cup of Linux edition of this, but for some reason I couldn't update it. So I kind of changed the style around a little bit because I am a weird guy who has very odd taste in style, so I like the old Windows 95 kind of look. I don't know why, along with some sort of space wallpaper in the background. It's kind of weird. Yeah. So, by default, this comes with the entire LibreOffice suite. It even comes with a LibreOffice base, which you can manage and make databases. It has a LibreOffice Draw, a LibreOffice Writer, which is a must-have for any, person who makes documents and uses Linux. So, I haven't really installed much on here, and for internet, by default, it comes with HexaChat, Firefox, and it even comes with Steam and Pigeon Chat Messenger, which I do not really care for Pigeon. Don't know why, I just don't really care for it. But I'm not going to hit on it too much. And I think I installed VLC. That doesn't really come with VLC. But it does come with the audio mixer and all these other utilities right here. And FX Burn. It does come with that application. You have Gimpy, or Gimpage. Oops, didn't mean to open that. For graphics, which is a very good image manipulation program. Well, used to be good. Still is. It's kind of like Photoshop. Free version of Photoshop. So I could take a picture and I could edit and manipulate it, and it loads. It takes its time, but it loads. I think you can add or remove. This uses the Pac-Man package manager. So pretty much this is each Linux distribution has their own package manager, and pretty much. So, say for an example, there's another Linux distribution that uses the Yum package manager. Then the Debian and Ubuntu releases use the Aptitude or APT package manager. And they're all like command line based package managers where you can install and certain things using the command line or through the software managers, as well as the software stores. So right now I'm currently updating it, as you can see, and this has all of the latest stuff apparently, and has multiple desktops, so you can swap from this desktop to this desktop. It has a very basic... Actually, this is a very Ubuntu-like file manager. Actually, wait a minute. Seems kind of like Dolphin, almost. I mean, I admit I love KDE, but the reason why I don't like it is because of the Dolphin file manager. I mean, KDE is fine as it is, that desktop, but if they just use a different file manager, I would actually, stick with it. Because let me tell you, it's ridiculous. But I don't wanna razz on anybody, I don't wanna, I wanna be open-minded here. And I installed Quake Terminal, which Quake Terminal is a drop-down terminal that if you were to hit F12, it would pop up like that. And you can set a background image or adjust the font. Like, I can make the font green, for an example, if I wanted to. Oh, I might have accidentally closed something that I didn't want to close by hitting F12. Alright. Alright, so PMMC, which is the pack manager. I wonder what happened to the window I had in the background. Played the Houdini on me. So, and you have a lot of things to choose from, despite the fact that this is based off of Arch, and this is supposedly one of those operating systems, if you were to update it, which you're not supposed to. Actually, no, it is fully updatable. But I remember there were a lot of distributions like this where if you were to update it, you'd break all the scripts, and then you'd be like, oh no, what the hell did I just do? And it comes with the HP Device Manager by default as well, and the Thunar File Manager, and you can take screenshots, and file search, and Clipman, and a calculator. So, 2 plus 2, can it do it? Equals 4. Yay, it can do it. And let's see how the Firefox. I haven't tested the web browser. And this the web browser comes up. Oh, looks like they came out with a new development release. This is the release I currently have, I think. Yeah, the 8.12. You can download it. You have a lot of mirrors to look for, but mostly the main one I think is on SourceForge. I got the one that I have from SourceForge, which you really shouldn't trust for SourceForge, but SourceForge is okay. They're not bad. I mean, it all depends on what you download. And like I said, this is Spatry. This is his favorite operating system, like I said earlier. So, and Firefox Hello, join in the conversation. Firefox Hello? Never heard of that before. Easiest way to connect for a free over video. Straight Firefox, invite anyone to have a conversation. Start a conversation. Okay, so this is interesting. So Firefox apparently is trying to make their own version of Google Hangouts, which is pretty cool. I don't really care for Google Chrome, but like I said, don't want to hate on anybody. So you got your standard calendar here, and you got your Hexa chat for IRC, Internet Relay Chat. Not a really big fan of Freenode. Let's see if I can connect to QuakeNet. That is a very nice IRC. A very nice IRC server, mind you. There's a lot of people on there, and it's, you know, there's a lot of things. There's a lot of channels to join on QuakeNet. There's also Furnet. Please be in mind that that IRC channel right there is, you don't, I mean, it's a good IRC channel, but there is a lot of adult content on there. So I would not join that one if you are under the age of 18, if you know what I mean. Oh, LinkNet? I never joined that before. Let's connect that, see if that's valid. Okay, so apparently I invalid SSL certificate here. Alright. List of channels, no, of course not, so network list, so this is the list of networks. There's QuakeNet. There we are. There's my good old QuakeNet. List. So here's all the channel listings. As you can see, there is quite a bit of channels on here. I actually had my own IRC server for a while, but it didn't have a domain name, and everybody's like, oh no, an IP address, I don't want to connect to that. But then again, you know, it makes sense to have a domain name, because you really shouldn't give anyone your IP address. But yeah, everybody's like, you know, people are afraid of numbers these days. But yeah, I had a IRC chat server. It was Unreal IRC, and it was the latest version for at the time, but nobody joined it, and all it was doing was eating up space on my network. So I had to get rid of it, unfortunately. Due to the lack of inactivity and the lack of popularity, it was just... So, let's see now. Let's see what would be a good channel to join. Frag Radio, Fragster, Frag Radio. It looks like some sort of radio for like a deathmatch guys. Let's see. Let's do a who is on this guy. Hopefully I don't get user who is. Alright, so this guy from QuakeNet and Anapros. Alright. So just don't. That's the reason why you should, like, if you're connected to an IRC, you should be careful because people can do like whois lookups on you and find out what your IP address is. And please pay no attention to the IP address that you've seen in there. I have poor video editing skills, and I do not know how to censor things out, so I should have censored out that guy's IP address. Sorry. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about this operating system. It's actually quite a good operating system, very, very solid. Well, at times it can be solid, but nonetheless, that was my review on Manjaro Linux.